Just recently, many fans were happy to hear that Chris Pratt was hired for Thor: Love and Thunder. Now there are more and more hints that he might not be the only Guardian to pay a visit to his Avenger colleague Thor. As The Direct reports, Vin Diesel was recently spotted at Sydney Airport. Since the fourth Thor film is also being shot in Australia, it's not unlikely that he will also be there in his role as Groot. At least it would be logical, because at the end of Avengers Endgame, you see Thor and the Guardians leaving the scene together for a new adventure. This is also in line with a statement by Diesel earlier this year in which he revealed that director Taika Waititi is firmly expecting the Guardian team to perform. The MCU fans will be pleased, as the chaotic group around Rocket, Star-Lord, Groot and co. will otherwise only be seen in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We are definitely curious how Taika Waititi will create the craziest MCU movie ever, and we are looking forward to the release on February 11th, 2022. The news of the unexpected death of 43-year-old Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman in August shocked the entire world. Recently, there have been some rumors that Marvel might be using a digital double, similar to the Fast and Furious franchise with Paul Walker. Now followed a fairly unequivocal answer from Victoria Alonso, who is the producer of Black Panther 2, which is, there can only be one. There was no intention whatsoever to digitally compensate for the loss of the King of Wakanda, but at least story-wise, there are speculations that either film sister Shuri or opponent M'Baku, Boseman might take on the role of T'Challa. The current release date of Black Panther 2 is planned for May 6, 2022, however, it's not unlikely that the date will be postponed again. Just a few weeks ago, it was reported that the Transformers franchise had been put on hold due to cinema closures and the lack of a director. But at least the latter point could be improved, because as Deadline reports, the 32-year-old Creed 2 director Steve Caple Jr. is currently being considered for the production of the sixth part. Although contract negotiations are still in progress, he is the studio's top choice. As Transformers director, Michael Bay has not been available since the fifth part, and the spin-off Bumblebee was taken over by Travis Knight. Caple Jr. could soon bring a breath of fresh air to the successful franchise. By the way, Transformers 6 will not be a direct sequel, because the script by Joby Harold is supposed to take the saga in a completely new direction. What exactly is meant by this is not yet clear, but fans can look forward to the US release date on June 24th, 2022. This year was really not a good one for the film industry. After the numerous cinema closures, Christopher Nolan's Tenet was launched in the summer as a kind of attempt by Hollywood to see if people were willing to go to the movies despite the difficult situation. This was unfortunately not the case, and Tenet generated less income than was hoped for. The consequences were far-reaching, because in the period after that, almost all the films planned for 2020 were postponed, in some cases indefinitely. The only ray of hope this year is Wonder Woman 1984, for which many already expected a postponement. But this is not supposed to happen, since Warner Media CEO Jason Kilar affirmed that the film will definitely be released in cinemas and will also be available free of charge on HBO Max. The latter is of course only interesting for countries that have access to HBO Max, because in all other countries the film will even be released in the cinemas on December 16th, while the release is planned for the USA on December 25th. After the huge media response to Johnny Depp's fully paid exit from the Fantastic Beasts series, the large and usually reliable industry magazines quickly agreed on the successor. Mads Mikkelsen is expected to be in advanced contract negotiations with Warner Brothers. In a conversation with IGN, however, he claims the exact opposite, and that he only found out about it through the media. He assures that he is still waiting for the call. This comes as a surprise, and fans wonder how much truth is in his statement. After all, he could just be bluffing quite cleverly, considering the fact that Mikkelsen is obviously interested in the role and is also the favorite of director David Yates. It is rather likely that he'll play the role of the evil wizard Grindelwald after all. There will not be much time left, as the shooting of Fantastic Beasts 3 is already in full swing. A release is expected on July 15th, 2022. A few days ago, Kevin Williamson shared first impressions from the set of the fifth Scream part. The project has the simple name Scream, and Williamson also finds touching words about the deceased creator, Wes Craven. According to his own statement, Craven would have been very proud of the film, and also the collaboration with the cast, which partly consists of newcomers, was very productive. Although we're left in the dark about the plot, we can look forward to a shocker about a woman who wants to get to the bottom of the horrible crimes in her hometown Woodsboro. One speculates, of course, that this woman could be Sidney Prescott, but this is not guaranteed. Williamson also hints that a change of style is about to happen in Scream. The intention is to present a nostalgic film to the fans, however, at the same time it is not supposed to be as humorous as its predecessors. The release of Scream is scheduled for January 14th, 2022.